My names are Robert Masiko, the proprietor and managing director of NUMA Feeds Limited, which is located in Kawohe, Shema district, Western Uganda. NUMA Feeds, we add value to a number of grains like millet, maize, cassava, rice, and many others. Yeah, NUMA Feeds started in 1995. Basically, when I was retrenched from the Ministry of Agriculture, where I had worked for 5 years. And then from there, because I knew the challenges that were there by then, I decided to start feed producing for animals and poultry. And we would produce animal feeds and then also poultry feeds. We sell them to farmers because by then the only company that was selling feeds was Novita, and that was from Ginger. So I used that opportunity to start that business around here, and I was also bringing chicks, young chicks, taking care of them, and then adding feed business, and that is how NUMA started. Later on, while we were in Kampala, we went into a restaurant and ate millet. And that millet, the meal wasn't really good to us. It had a lot of stones in it. And then I remembered back at home, we had a lot of millet. And then the idea came to me. I said, why can't I also add, on top of the feed business, why can't I add this millet? I process it, standardize it, so that people can get something good for them. And whoever tested would like it, then I picked it from there. And later on, I went into adding value to maize, and later on to rice. When I started, of course, I was still very, very small. I didn't have a lot to put in business, and I would use what I would get, what I would have, which was not really much. But during our business, we had some trainings through various institutions, and they would train us on business and entrepreneurship skills. And I think we got somebody from UNBS who did training, and he really sensitized us. And I picked the interest in, he told us the benefits of certification or standardizing your products. Of course, we were hiding. Whenever you would see like UNBS, you would hide. You don't want them to see you, but not knowing that you are hiding the opportunities. And that's when I picked an idea. I said, no, I also need to get my products to be certified. I started the process. I called the UNBS team. But unfortunately, the first time when they came, the place was not really fitting, and they gave me guidance. They gave me guidance on what I should improve, and then I can now make an application. So that's what I worked on, probably like 6 months, and then I called them again, and then we started from there.
during an audit, you always ask to present documents of, do you do medical checks? Where are your medical records? Are your employees fit to handle food? To me, at first I thought this was something that anyone can do. But later on, working with people, I realized that this is something very critical for you to know. More so, you're working with people that are handling food, they're touching food directly. And now from them, it's going directly to the consumers. So at NUMA Feeds, we do medical checkups, medical fitness. We check if our personnel are fit medically to touch our food, because along the production line, these people are getting in contact with the raw materials. They are working in progress, they are touching the flour and all that. So we make sure that their skin is okay, that they don't have any respiratory issues, they don't have, any irritating condition that can affect the flour. Maybe say a person has a lot of allergies. We know exactly where to put them. We will put them in a less risk area other than put them in the flour production area. Also, I got to know that PPEs, personal protective equipment, these are very important. When you hear everyone advocating for put on your PPEs, you will take it for granted, not until something happens and you're able to track back. So when I got to know the importance of this and why the UNBS really emphasizes the safety of the people, is because they're trying to protect the people, yes, but they're also protecting our food. Let me give an example. If you come with your ordinary clothes, daily attires, and you rush into production, remember, you are moving all along the way and you've carried all those microbes. Microbes are everywhere, and you enter into the production room, and then you're a source of contamination, a great source of contamination. And the products we are dealing with are highly, highly nutritious. So you give the microbes the opportunity to harbor and multiply very rapidly. So these PPEs are very important. The standard guides and shows traceability of hygiene. Hygiene here, we are meaning both. Actually, we are starting the most critical place is our washrooms, because this is where contamination is highest. Microbes really like, where there's a lot of moisture. So in the washrooms, when you fail to control the hygiene there, you fail also on the production line. And majorly you'll fail the hygiene, majorly you'll fail the TPCs. So we, with the help of the standards, we designed our daily cleaning schedules. We are able to track, if anything happens, maybe there is a product that is failing TPC over and over. Now from there, we shall come back and we have a background check, a backroad trace, and we're able to trace it. Maybe it is from the raw material, maybe it's from the inline on process, maybe it's from packaging, or maybe it's from the washroom. So from there, using these records, we're able to get a traceability.
We started slowly because the list was long. First of all, the infrastructure was not well set. So I started with infrastructure setting, much as it was not really up to the higher standard. But even if you have a small house, you need to put it in order. So we had to do the painting, we did the cementing, we did to make sure, to ensure hygiene within the small premise that we had at that time. And then, of course, you need records, because they would tell you, even if we are not here, when we come to audit, we shall find out what happened maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 5 months ago. So that means there was a call for records. So we started records for all the people that we had. There were not many, but then they would know what activities are being done every day. And then, of course, when they are coming in, you also need to check their hygiene. Then you need to provide PPEs, and then you are looking at also food safety. You are checking every material that is coming in, and then even after producing it, you also need to check what is coming out, moisture content, and many other things. And then so we did that. I remember when they came the next time, they really appreciated, much as I was not there to the required level, but at least I had improved a lot. And I would really appreciate, because that was 2008. One of the staff by then was called Helen Wanzara. She was the head of the team, and she kept on, helping me. She gave me her number, and then she told me, whenever you get a challenge, always call me. So I would call her, I've reached here, I say, now you improve here, you improve here. So I would give like that verbal report, and then she would encourage me, yeah, you're going to make it, you're going to make it. And until we registered the products. Definitely, after getting a 2 mark on our products, we were even encouraged, because we were encouraged even to certify every other product that we come up with. Because now people were looking at, hey, NUMA is certified, NUMA product is certified, and they would prefer, the preference would be NUMA products compared to others which are not certified. So I saw that one as the most beneficial thing. And also market, getting market in bigger supermarkets became easier for us, because whenever you would go, they will ask you, is your product certified? You said yes. Can you give us a certificate? Then we provide that certificate. So it really helped us.
UNBS has been a support system. My first time at NUMA, I was doing certification, and then I got auditors. We had a planned audit. When they came, we looked at the production line, we looked at the raw material check, we looked at in process, and all the other details that UNBS requires of us. When we reached at a point, we didn't have some documents in place. Say, for example, we were doing things our way, we didn't know exactly what to do, but with advice from the certification team, from the auditors that we got in place, they advised us on a number of things that we needed to have. We lacked some standards. We lacked some very crucial documents of recordings that we were doing, and they advised us here and there. We were able to get the standards, and I'm very happy, and I appreciate the auditors that came in place. We got the standards, and the standards have really helped us improve our production line. There are some common things you will encounter in place, maybe the labeling, the hygiene on the line, the in-process, all those details. Well, it cuts across the products as well. We were not minding so much, if a person has not dressed properly so much, But when you go back through the standards and you see, you're supposed to put on PPEs, you're supposed to make sure that the places are clean, you're supposed to make sure that the labels are well written on, the expiry date, the manufacturing date, and batch number. I didn't really know that batch number was something very critical until I got a full explanation. And going back to the standards, we are able to track every product of ours based on batch numbers. Something else that I will not forget, we used to take for granted things to do with in-process monitoring. For us, we were specifying in our quality records, when it is good, we are putting it as quality. We tick OK. Now, basing on the standards, how do you define quality? Quality is a broad term. I may define quality because Bushera tastes good. That is according to me, and because I now know it, I will put it as good. But when you go back to the standards, you will have to define your quality, what you mean by quality. Is it the color? Is it the moisture? Is it the taste? Is it the texture? All those in details. So we are able now to follow and break down every detail in place, and we're able to track and give a customer a quality product at the end of the day.
Through government, I want to thank UNBS, because they have made services easier. for the people today. Because I remember we used to go to Kampala, you know, every sample you'd take it to Nakawa. I remember I took my weighing scale to be calibrated, and you do not actually even put it, you had to put it on a private vehicle so that it remains, you know, with that calibration standard. So, but when we kept on, you know, requesting government and UNBS really to look into that distance, the distance now, I think they are really, it's now near. We have a regional office now, a regional lab in Mbarara here, and the things have made easy for many people. Then if you look at the application, the system of application, now there is a UNBS system where you just go in, log in. Even if you don't know internet, somebody can help you to log in, and they make for you an application, you pay. So everything now is digital, and that is now made easier for some of the rural areas really to access. All we need is the UNBS, they would come and sensitize these people, because sometimes they don't know what to do, they don't know the steps to take. So there are others who are willing, but I think they also need to be called upon to be sensitized and be taken through, and then they can come up. Otherwise, it is a good thing, because you know, when you have, when you go into food safety, then you know you are increasing your market and things like that, and also the hygiene in all areas, and that is really good for the whole country. We made a promise to Ugandans and the nation at large that we shall ensure quality and nutritious products all the time.